you are taking indeed the time to join, to attend, to benefit from this program that is starting today and will last for a few weeks indeed. So we'll have a nice journey ahead of us, and we really hope it will be a good one to remember. So my name is Chiara, and together with Danielle and David, I'm here to support. Basically, I'm your buddy in this journey. You already received a few emails from me, and I think you'll receive a few more in the coming weeks. So I'm the impact manager at EBN, the European Business Innovation Center Network, who's the organization who's managing and running the BIC Africa program. Indeed, I will be here with you throughout the whole program, and I'm the person you can contact whenever you want for questions, doubts, comments. If you want to have a chat about how things are going, I'm here for you. Indeed, I'm your buddy. Together with me is also Danielle, who's our storyteller. She's from Stephenstone, and she's an entrepreneur herself, and she's very experienced in supporting women entrepreneurs, especially in Africa. And she was already part of the BIC Africa Acceleration Program for Women Entrepreneurs in the previous editions. She will be the voice, the storyteller of this journey. She will be hosting and facilitating all the online training and coaching sessions ahead of us. So indeed, another face you will see again and again during the journey. And then David, who's our colleague at EBN, and is our communication guru. He's helping us in communicating about the program, but also about you, the protagonists of this year acceleration program, and also helping internal communication of the group. So what are we going to do today? We have a couple of hours to basically start getting to know each other. We, of course, started with a short welcome, and then we'll start understanding how does the group looks like, really the general picture of this year cohort. We'll then have a short overview about BIC Africa and this year acceleration program. We'll listen to the story of an entrepreneur who was part of the acceleration program in 2021. We'll talk about our expectations towards the program. We'll, of course, then have time to talk to each other, to spend some time talking to the other fellow entrepreneurs. And then we'll have a brief check on what's coming next. So before we dig into, let's say, the juice and the content of today's session, I have a couple of requests. So if you don't speak, while you are not speaking, if you can mute your mic. If possible, if you want to turn your camera on, it's also nice to see each other. Being in this online environment, so to feel a bit closer, let's say. Of course, to ask any question or share any comment throughout the session by using the chat of the Zoom meeting. And then don't forget that we are recording the session. So just remind it, and especially we'll be sharing the recordings later on. So you will have access to it later on. If you want to tweet about the BIC Africa and today and also the future sessions, these are let's say the coordinates. So at BIC Africa and /we BIC Africa. And of course, enjoy the session. Okay, I would say that it's time to get to know who's in the room, how this virtual room looks like today. We have prepared a series of very simple and short questions to start indeed orienting ourselves in the group. We would like to use the chat to collect your answers. I would ask Danielle if she can help with this exercise so that we can keep an eye on the chat and comment on these answers. So let's do a short test. Indeed, I see some of you already started sharing greetings, info on the chat. So maybe if you can just write your name in the chat and send it just to your first name. So I would say Chiara, Ludovica, I see, Danielle, great, okay. All good? It works. Maria, Melo, hello. Oh, very good. So now for the next 10 minutes, we'll use this chat to basically get your inputs and your answers. Okay? Let's start then. So the very first question is about where are you currently based? If you can put it in the chat so that we can start understanding a bit the map, no, where we are.
Do you want me to read these, Chiara?
Yes, please. So to
okay, sure. So Nigeria, Kenya, Slovenia, Somalia, Hargeisa, also Somalia, Italy, Cork, Ireland, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Prato, Italy, Somalia, Comoros Islands, France, England and Sunderland, Budapest, Hungary, Madagascar, Durban, South Africa, Bari, Italy, Portugal, more in France, Spain, Italy, Comoros, Somalia, Madagascar, all over.
Okay, nice. So I think it's quite a diverse group when it comes to indeed locations. As you see, many of us based in Africa, but also some of us based in Europe. So the next question is indeed about your role in BIC Africa. Are you an entrepreneur? Are you a mentor or an expert? Or are you part of the BIC Africa team?
Lots of mentors are here with us, entrepreneurs.
I answer you, Robert. I am
entrepreneur. Well, I think it's indeed a good mix. And this maybe explains also a little bit why we had also people from Europe, European countries mentioned before, because today on the session we have the BIC Africa team I briefly introduced before, but you also have the mentors, the experts that will contribute to this year program, and of course the 20 entrepreneurs that have been selected to be part of this year cohort. Okay, So the next question is it's about your involvement in entrepreneurship. Since how long are you dealing with entrepreneurship? Are you an entrepreneur or a mentor? Can you share it in the chat to understand the experience in the group?
One to three, 20 plus, 10 plus, 23, 10, 6 to 10. Wow, big ranges, but a lot of people with a lot of experience.
Yeah.
4th year, 7 years. Ina says over 25 years, 5 years, 5 plus. 2017, so about 6 years.
So I think that indeed it's a nice, again, mix. I think those that were answering more over 25 years, indeed, many of them are mentors. And we have entrepreneurs with some experience already, because many of you indeed are in the field for at least 5 years, right? Am I reading quite?
Yeah, quite a lot.
But also some, let's say, youngers, 1 to 3 years experiences, 4 years. So nice. Actually, this was something we also took into account when doing the selection of the entrepreneurs. Most of you are indeed in the scaling growth phase of the entrepreneurial journey, but there are also some of you who are maybe at earlier stages of their entrepreneurial journey, but with very strong motivation and also ideas or early businesses with great potential. So, and we think that also this mix of entrepreneurial generations can be very nice, interesting, and fruitful. Okay, language. Is English your first language? Yes, no?
Mostly no's, but I'm fluent, I see. Mostly no's, a couple of yeses.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So we saw also before, you know, where we are located around Europe and Africa, and I think that's the beauty also of these programs. So we are bringing together the very different perspectives, and of course, by doing this, we are going to use English as our common language, but we are all aware that many of us don't use it as first language. We are not native speakers. And so the reminder for the native speakers, please speak slowly, help us following you. And for the others, let's not bother if our English is not perfect. I think more than language, it's communication that matters. Possibility to exchange, communicate. You can get some Italian. I also use a lot the body language. Sorry.
And Chiara, can I just add also, like, if there's ever a point where you ladies feel like you're not understanding because the speakers are speaking too quickly or they're not enunciating very well, please tell us, because often as native English speakers, we don't realize that we're talking so quickly. So don't feel afraid to put your hand up and say, hey, please, can you slow down a bit, so that we can follow along.
Nice. Okay, next question. It's about Zoom meetings. Do you feel comfortable with Zoom? Do you use them regularly? Yeah, or it's something you don't like very much? Mm-hmm.
All yeses so far. I guess we've all become really accustomed to Zoom meetings over the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
We may not love them, but I think we're used to them.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So,
Yeah, I'm happy with Zoom, but I still yearn face-to-face interactions. I hear you. Yeah.
mhm. Okay, the next question is about mompreneurs. So, are you mompreneurs? So, do you combine indeed running a business enterprise with looking after children? But I would even go beyond. It's not just about children. Maybe taking care of parents or families or the community near you.
Mixed responses here. Lots of yeses in the beginning, followed by quite a bit of no's.
Popreneur, love it.
My pup is well behaved. 2 kids, great. Dadpreneur from Dawit.
Dadpreneur, yes, indeed. Okay.
Humanitarian, yeah. 2 kids also from Mercy.
Okay. Yeah. And it sounds, I don't know if, how do you feel with this question? But when working with, especially with women, it's also important to acknowledge that many times we have other many things to look at and look after. I myself, I also have 2 kids, and sometimes you might see them with me over during the sessions, and yeah, that's part of our life, I think. So, and yes, indeed, it's also to understand if more flexibility is needed or not. That's why it's here, these questions. And
yeah, we were talking even, Tiara, just before, when
Yes,
we were
please.
talking before
Of
the
course.
ladies joined, my son is 6 months old and he's still breastfeeding, and Sarito shared that when she did the sessions 2 years ago, that she was also breastfeeding. So if any of you are in that same position where you feel like, you need to feed your child and it's in the middle of a session, please don't hesitate to do so. We understand what it's like to be juggling all of these different things. We want you to be able to participate, but we also know that we recognize that you have other things going on too. So your kids are invited to be with us as much as you feel comfortable with letting them be with us. Of course, if you can put them in the other room from time to time, that's also helpful so that you can stay focused. But don't feel like you have to miss a session because you have to breastfeed your child or feed normally with formula or food or anything else. So just to kind of reiterate that point.
Yes, thank you, Danielle. Totally different question. Are you an early bird or a night owl? So are you one of those persons very active early in the morning, or you take a bit of time to to wake up and to be active and energetic? Let's see.
Either both from some people. Both. Morning person from Ismahan, but sometimes she gets good ideas at midnight. Night owl, early bird. Morning person.
Once a lady I met in a meeting, she told me that she sleeps with a notebook next to her, because indeed she wakes up at night with ideas, and so she takes notes and then she go back to sleep. So I said, okay.
That's such a good idea.
Oh, nice. Okay. We never start too early. Let's say we start 10:30 every time. So I hope everybody is waking up enough to enjoy and to be part of the sessions of BIC Africa. Okay, another question. It's about how do you, if you have to relax, if you want to relax, are you a more book type of person, or you are like outdoor person, so you need to go out running, doing sports, walking, or whatever?
Lots of both, books, outdoor, walking outside, nature sport. I think that I'm the two. So I think it's a bit of a mix, both from Ismahan.
Good.
Oh, Eileen has a horse and a puppy, so she goes outdoors a lot. Joy says book on a good weather outdoors, books from Anna Maria.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay, a song or piece of music for the group. So this is not, you can already do it now, but if you have a nice song you would like to share with the rest of the group, just put it in the chat. And why not, we also create a nice list so that everybody can listen to the BIC Africa playlist. Okay.
Unstoppable from Sia, from Ludovica.
Mm. So
this is a tough question.
This is a tough one, yeah.
But Cat Burns, Live More and Love More. I don't know that one. Shining Like a Diamond, from Rihanna. She's a Rainbow from the Rolling Stones. Simply Red Sunrise.
Good. So if you have ideas, recommendations, just share so that we'll take note. Okay, and so we can listen to them in the coming days. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. And I think we now have a bit of a sense of the group. So why don't we take a real picture of the group? So I would invite you all to turn on your camera, and we really take a picture of the group that is here today. Let me see. David, do I need to stop the sharing in order to?
Yeah, that would be great.
Picture? Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Ah, nice. So I see you all now. Sorry, because when I'm sharing the screen, I didn't see you. Hi. Okay, still a couple of minutes, no, 1 second, 10 seconds to, okay. Dawi, are you the photographer?
Yes, I'm just a second.
Yes.
You look all lovely. Thank you.
Smile.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, great. So I go back to the presentation. Don't forget to share comments or questions in the chat eventually, okay? So let's continue. Time to tell you a little bit about BIC Africa and to have a short recap of the program, of what expects us this year, so to be all aligned. So BIC Africa is an European-funded project that supports business incubators to drive innovative startups across Africa, and focusing especially on youth and women. The program it's indeed aimed at mainly supporting and connecting business support organizations in the so-called country projects, so in the incubation ecosystems of Angola, Ethiopia, Madagascar, Somalia, and as of this year also Comoros. And it's powered by EBN, the European Business Innovation Center network. And indeed, so the main target group are the business support organizations, but we, as in this case for the BIC Africa Acceleration Program, we also mobilize the partners in Africa and in Europe to run initiatives dedicated to indeed entrepreneurs in Africa. It is the case of the BIC Africa Acceleration Program for Women Entrepreneurs. This year is the 3rd edition. And the objective is really to provide help, let's say, provide support to 20 women entrepreneurs to grow and scale their businesses, and at the same time also growing the impact and the way they can contribute to the UN Sustainable Development Goals. This is kind of the fil rouge, the transversal, the common elements to all your projects and businesses. So we'll be starting today, will end approximately at in mid-September. And the program, as you already know, consists of training modules, live training modules, group coaching sessions, couple of networking sessions, and one-to-one mentoring support. So the training sessions are mainly focusing on entrepreneurial skills and related topics, while during the group coaching sessions, we are addressing more soft skills, and we really leverage the power of the group and the knowledge of the entrepreneurs that are part of this program. For the training modules, we are running them in English. So all the training modules will take place in English. And for the group coaching sessions, we foresee the possibility for those of you who feel more comfortable to also have it, to have these coaching sessions run in French. So the moment we connect for the coaching session, we'll have an introductory moment that is common to everybody in English, but then we'll enter the working groups, and it will be possible, if you want, to also have French-speaking groups and sessions. For the mentoring, we have foreseen mentors that can also speak Portuguese and French, again, to facilitate these one-to-one connection and relationship, I would say. The program is indeed is coordinated by BIC Africa, and counts on the contribution of EBN members. As I was telling you, EBN is the European Business Innovation Center network, and network of business support organizations spread all around Europe and even beyond, that counts more than 165 organizations that every day basically promote and support entrepreneurs, innovative entrepreneurs, through incubation, acceleration programs. And so we'll count on the support of members from, indeed, our members, Social Fair, Laval Mayenne Technopole, Technopolis, Estia Entreprend, Incubator Sejana, Noser Speak, Startup Leiria, Intellexi, Sehi Guadalajara, and Corpic. So you will indeed have the possibility and chance to work with experts from these organizations that will deliver some of the training sessions, and indeed will be your mentors. Each of you, each entrepreneur, is matched with one mentor, and you will stay together for the coming weeks. And you will have the possibility to meet more times for a total of, let's say, 8 hours, to really discuss in depth your needs on how to scale your business, and also as an entrepreneur for your entrepreneurial skills. So just a snapshot about this year cohort. So these are the 21 selected projects. I didn't put the name, your names, your first names, but the names of your companies, of your projects. And indeed, you made it out of 132 applications. You are the ones who are part of the program this year. So congratulations. And just to give you an idea, indeed, we have, this is where you are based. So we have for entrepreneurs in Somalia, 3 in Comoros, 3 in Madagascar, 3 in Ethiopia, 2 in Angola, 1 in Zambia, Rwanda, Mali, Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa. I hope I didn't forget anybody. But this to also show you again that indeed 11 countries, African countries, are represented in this group. Sector-wise, many of you are active in the agriculture and food, so in the agri-food sector, different ways, different perspectives. But also many of you are using digital technologies, are in the digital sector, and in the services and manufacturing sectors. We'll have time, indeed, in the coming weeks to learn more about each other, about your projects, about your businesses, and about yourselves as entrepreneurs. And coming to SDGs, this is really an overview of the SDGs covered by your businesses. And I think all of them are represented, some more, especially when it comes to gender equality, to climate action, to responsible consumption and production, and to decent work and economic growth. And indeed, this will be the very first thing we look at next week during the first training session. So we'll also have a bit of time to learn about how we are tackling them and how we are contributing to them. So let's see if there is anything in the chat, comments, questions. Let me see. People cheering, indeed. Congrats, everybody, to everyone. Indeed, well done. And I can tell you that more than 95 made above the threshold. So good applications were received this year, and so it's nice. How do I access my initial application? Yes, I will share them again with you, the application you share with us, and when I will introduce you to the mentor, to your mentor. So this week, I'm going to, again, you will receive one email from me where I will introduce you to the mentor. And in this email, you will also have the application form that was finally submitted for the program. Yes, of course, you will get the recordings, the slides, and don't forget, you can always come back to me if you have questions also about what was covered during a specific session. I'm not an expert myself, but I might redirect you to the expert. And maybe one thing I would like to stress is that indeed this year we are counting, as from previous years, on the support of EBN members. But as of this year, we are also going to mobilize the experts from the BIC Africa network, because finally this year, the so-called country projects in the countries I was mentioning you have kicked off. And so we are connecting with local incubators, accelerators, and experts. So I think this is also very valuable for many of you, especially those that are located in those countries, but not only, to get connected to local experts, local organizations that can support you well beyond this, the BIC Africa Acceleration Program per se. So I will be happy, of course, to make these introductions. Yes, all the programs have been run online. So it's a virtual, it's an online program. It's the 3rd edition. Every year, slightly changing, trying to improve based on the comments received from the entrepreneurs that were here let's say, we're sitting around this virtual table the previous years. So the 1st edition was in 2021, then we had the 2nd last year, and then this is the 3rd one. And speaking about previous editions, I invited an entrepreneur that was part of the 1st cohort of the BIC Africa Acceleration Program for Female Entrepreneurs to share her story. So I would like to introduce you Sarido, and I would like to use if I find them, because here she. So Sarido is the founder of Power Store, a company that is providing access to affordable energy. I don't say anything else because indeed Sarido, she'll tell you more, but I would like to use the words of the mentor she was working with in the framework of BIC Africa Acceleration Program to introduce you Sarido. So she's a true entrepreneur and an innovator. As an example, she was having difficulty in finding trained women engineers, so she set up the training academy herself. She's a great advocate for women, a great communicator, and passionate about women in business. These are the words Aileen, who's online, by the way, today, who was the mentor that worked together with Sarido back in 2021. So Sarido, I would ask you to take the floor and tell us about your entrepreneurial story, how it all started, what is the business about, what are the challenges you faced and still face, but also what are the strengths. Let's also focus on what are the strengths and the added value of being women entrepreneurs. And then I would also ask you to share 2-3 pieces of advice to the entrepreneurs that are starting this journey this year. So from your previous experience in BIC Africa, what are your indeed pieces of advice? So,
oh, thank you. Thank you, Shara. Thank you so much for your introduction. I am Sarido, and I am absolutely excited to be here today to share my experiences, to share what I do, and how BIC Africa has helped me to become even more than I was before. I have prepared a presentation that I would like to share with everyone. And then let's see, here. Can everyone see it?
Yes.
Great, that's good. So I have prepared some so that I can tell you my journey. So I have a clean energy company based in Somalia, and I want to share my experiences. So I will tell you first a little bit about my company, and then I will go on to I will tell you more and share my experiences in the program that you are also participating, most of you. And I'm very, very happy to be part of this today. So about the company that I set up in 2019, Power Store is a clean energy company, and we are committed to revolutionizing the energy sector and bringing sustainable energy solutions to communities across Somalia in a way that will empower communities to prosper, to unlock their potential, to improve their lives and livelihoods and futures. I started this company with only one product for households or for persons users. And that was one project, and I have been absolutely motivated to do more, to get more. So I found investors, and then I have added new products, bigger systems, bigger solar systems for businesses, and so on. So I have come a long way, and I have discovered along the way a lot of things that I could change. And I think it was during my sessions with my mentor that I discovered I wanted to do more. I am in the clean energy business, and I couldn't find a woman to support me or to talk to me about it. I couldn't find any woman engineer, women who were interested in solar, women who studied in energy. So I set up the Power Academy. It's an initiative that was inspired by myself and by BIC Africa Accelerator program to discover more. I'm in the business of clean energy, so I wanted to expand my business, reach more people, and especially women. And so I set up the Power Academy. It's a training initiative developed to inspire the next generation of women and to build a clean energy future. And I'm very proud of that part of my business. And I'm very passionate about empowering women. And this is Power Store. So I'll go on to my BIC Africa experiences. So I was in this program in 2021, just like you are now. And I remained in contact with the BIC Africa community 2 years later. And it is a supportive community that I really enjoy belonging to and learning from each other, connecting with each other. And it is absolutely enjoyable, very enjoyable learning moments that I had there. Like everyone else here, I have chosen to start a business. I have chosen to go on a journey that is challenging and very uncentered. So I realized I didn't have the right support, the right advice, and the right directions. I needed support. So that is how I came in contact with BIC Africa, to get guidance, to get advice, to get support with like-minded people that can relate to you, that can understand how challenging it can be to be a woman and to run a business. So the accelerator program was extremely informative, and the teaching approach was very inviting. I remember learning new things every time I attended the classes and the meetings that we had, the group discussions. And I got to understand, I got the opportunity to better understand the fundamentals of business. So the skills like marketing, communication, and it gives you confidence if you are doing something new, because you are doing something new, you're embarking in this new challenge and starting your own business. So sometimes it's very good to get advice that comes from professionals, people who have been trained in this field, people who understand what marketing is, what financing is. And so in my experience, I am a lot more confident in leading my company today than I was before I joined the accelerator program. I found the process very unique, because it is women only and it is not only women from one country, it's from different countries, and people bring different ideas, different views, and you can learn so much from each other. And it is a place where you can feel like this is a place where you can be open, share your experience, learn from each other, and you have a professional teacher who will guide you through everything about business. So I have learned valuable lessons, and valuable lessons that I needed to lead a successful business. So it is so you'll get feedback from your mentor, a supportive feedback from your teacher that will teach you all the things you need to know about how to run your business. I'm very grateful for the connections I have, and I have made, and I've learned a lot, and I'm very excited to continue my journey to a brighter future. So I've learned a lot of essential skills during this time. And I do have 3 key advices for those of you joining today and starting your accelerator program. So my first advice is harness the power of your mentor. I absolutely didn't know what mentor meant when I joined the accelerator program. And I thought, okay, what am I supposed to do? So each one of you will get a mentor within the program. You'll work with a mentor that is tailored to your specific business needs, and that person will have a lot of experience and background in how to run a successful business. So when I say harness the power of your mentor, is let yourself be, you can be creative, you can take more risks, you can explore new ventures with your business, because you will have someone at your side that can help you navigate through challenges. So if you hit a wall, they will help you break that wall. So I think I'll advise all of you joining the accelerator program to be absolutely adventurous and very daring and explore further, because you literally have someone with you who will explore everything with you, and you don't have to you will take a calculated risks, so you don't have to be afraid, or you can be absolutely take risks and go for it. And my second advice is be active in the learning sessions. Running business is not easy, especially if you have young children at home, but I will advise all of you to organize your time and to be active in your learning sessions, to be part of it, to be, because this is an opportunity for you. For example, I had difficulty pricing my products, and and during the sessions, you can actually take your challenge that you're having with your business, and you will have someone explaining to you exactly how this is done. And you can adjust to it, you can learn from it, you can correct it, you can go different ways. So, you will not regret it. Be part of it, don't miss the lessons, and always try to be active. Try to understand what the other participants are doing with their business, what they're learning, how they could, because you can uplift each other, you know, because you can see how someone maybe in Somalia or South Africa does things? How do they navigate this world of business? This is so it's very interesting. So be open, be active, and don't be afraid to ask anything. Because I had Daniela, and I was just having, I wrote, I remember I made a questionnaire. I wanted to get to know my customers, and then I just sent it to her, and I remember thinking, okay, and she told me, you can change this question into more, something that will get out more of the customers. So you will get information that you can directly apply to your business. So absolutely, always join the lessons and be active, and don't be shy. If you're having trouble with your pricing or your financial, how to handle your financial, which is very important aspect of our business. If you don't know your numbers, you don't know your business is so difficult. So just throw every challenge, everything you have in the sessions, because Daniela is very open to accepting it and going through with you. So, and if you don't understand it, if it goes too much or too fast, don't be afraid to ask. We need to slow down. I don't understand it. Can you repeat the question? So it is absolutely, you will have people who will understand your situation and take the time to make you understand and go through it with you. So my last advice is empowered women. With this word, I mean, you have taken the first step to change the way you want to live, the way you want to work. So you have chosen a path to take this path. So you are already empowered, you are strong, and you have chosen out of your own will to start your own business, which is amazing. That is, you have done that already. But we have to face the facts. For women entrepreneurs, there will always be challenges. No matter where you are, if you are in Ireland or in Ghana, it doesn't matter. There is challenges. But the trick that I learned is you can focus on that, the negative, like a woman business don't make it because it's very difficult to be accepted in the society, or that kind of things that people throw at you. But I would like to tell you, don't let that ever stop you from starting your own business, because you have chosen to follow you're passionate, you're doing what you love. You will be inspired to learn, grow, and stay ahead of everyone. So that is your focus. I like to tell every woman I meet who is in business that we can afford to be judgmental of ourselves, to talk bad or have negative self-talk about ourselves. We have to be, as a woman who is running her own business, you have to understand, you have to be like a brand. Let's say like a brand. You have to tell yourself how great you are, how good you're doing, and how you can overwin everything. Because other people will do the judging, will doubt you. That's their job. But your job is to believe absolutely in yourself that you can do this. So it's very important. Your job is to always believe in yourself, to always look forward. You deserve success. You are strong. You are smart, and look always ahead. So don't do other people's job. So other people will do the judging, the doubting, talk negative about you, but your job is absolutely to believe in yourself, to empower yourself. and don't talk negative about yourself. If you make a mistake, that is how we learn. So I am very much like to say, I'm very excited for all of you, for the journey you're going forward. And I'm sure a brighter future is waiting for you. And thank you so much for having me today and listening to my story. And I really hope I can contribute to your learning. And I hope you always keep learning. This is a process. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saredo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think, yes, you kind of gave us, well, you shared inspiring words, motivating, and also, you know, encouraging each of us to take a role. And as you said, we already took our first step when applying for this program. So this is even already maybe the second step. And so the journey is started. And I'm very glad you are part of it, because you started it with us. You gave us a great motivation, and I see that that there are very good comments. And so my first reaction is to tell you that you are welcome whenever you want to join the group. Why not to if you can come back to the closing for sure, so that we tell you what we have done, what others women have done over this journey. And what I like to take really about this let me see what the others, what the ladies are saying with the group. So super job, thank you indeed. Many messages, and you have here contacts. So maybe can I say that if someone wants to connect with you, they can indeed follow up at these contact details you are sharing with us. Is that okay?
Of course. Yes. Why not? I do like sharing information, and I think sometimes it is better to collaborate with each other, to learn from each other, to empower each other. I think when you're on your own, you can do a little bit, but when you're together, I think you can reach a lot. You can do a lot. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Saredo. And so I think it's time now to continue a little bit our conversation as a group. And indeed, as I think what we would like to do with this program is not doing something for you, but also doing it with you. So to do that, so it's really sharing this journey and shaping it in a way that it's meaningful for all of us. As Saredo was saying, don't be shy. Ask questions. Suggest. Be active part of it. Make sure you can really make the most out of it. And to do that, it's important that you are part. I mean, you have you take an active role. And in a way, this is a bit what we would like to do now with the upcoming interaction and dynamic. So we would like to understand a bit the expectations of the group towards this year program. And so the question, so we go back to the chat, and I would ask you to share one dream for the program. What would you like to achieve? What would you like to do? What a successful experience would look like for you? Can you share it? Even just one word, couple of words, doesn't need to be a big sentence, really, but can be connections, can be, I don't know, having time for myself. So if you can share it in the chat. Mhm. Okay. Daniel, can you help me with the chat as well? So I don't lose.
Of course. So we have, hold on, let me just scroll up a bit. Helping mentor restructure their organizations for success, to empower more women like Cerrito. A successful experience would be growing my network meaningfully, networking and mentorship, learning opportunities, bringing European and African ecosystems closer together, helping our entrepreneurs to be the champion of their own world, to be better organized and professional, networking, a successful experience. Marlene shares, I struggle with marketing the products. I hope in September I'll be a pro on it.
Wonderful. Opportunities and learning. So it's a lot about connecting, networking, and mentorship. So also having this fellow traveler that indeed can help you indeed in exploring this entrepreneurial world, as the business world, as Rita was also mentioning before. The networking, indeed, develop business planning, marketing, communicating about the businesses, organizing, so the managing part. And on the other side, I see also committed mentors that indeed see also on their side really push on or share the importance of helping the journey of the entrepreneurs through connection, advices, self-confidence. I see it's another element that indeed, and how to present my entrepreneurial project. Very good. Okay, I will organize then the content of the chat slides. I will try to summarize things so that we can visualize and we keep them as a note for the coming weeks. But indeed, it's not all about dreams. It's also about dragons. Do you have any fear, any concern about? About the program, so something that might challenge or hinder your participation in the program. What are your what are the negative elements that you will also have to face during the program? So could be, for example, lack of time, can be I don't know, self-confidence, can be, it's really up to you, can be very practical, but and you know, having this in mind can help us. It's not about thinking about the dreams, but also about thinking about potential barriers or elements like holding us a bit back in enjoying this experience. And so having it in mind to fight this dragon and to again to make the most again about the experience. Report. Ah, yes. Oh, I hear you in English.
Yeah, lots about developing companies and increasing networks, developing the business from Venezuela to do a report in English. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing. And again, if you want to share more later on, is the period, the physical presence. Yes, indeed. Yes.
Yeah, network issues because she travels in the bush, accounting.
Okay. Okay. So of course, being an international program, in order to run it, we have to do it online. But we understand, and we'll try to make it again as more interactive. Let's say to try of diminishing the distances in this virtual environment. And I think this the recommendation on having an active role, taking active part in the trainings, it's important in order to make the most out of it. And I know it's not the same of sitting together around the same table, but it's the closest option we have to it. So yes, load shedding signal, of course. Yes, indeed. We are also aware, and that's why we'll be recording everything so that everything will be available in case anything happened for you to follow up later on. And again, you have also this closer connection with myself and with the mentor that can also help you in addressing some aspects you tackle during trainings or coaching. So wonderful. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. This is very important for us again. And again, Sareda was mentioning how it's important to shape comfortable spaces, no? To really feel comfortable in this space where we can share, where we can exchange. And this is also the objective of this program. Indeed, 99% of the program is made by women, for women. Of course, we also count on Dawit. That is helping us. And but the objective is really to facilitate and to allow these exchanges, to let people really, to let all of us feel safe and comfortable in attending, actively participating in this program. And so I would ask you to help us like shaping, creating the code of conduct. So very practical things that we think can make this environment safe, comfortable, that the time we spend together, it's meaningful, but it's also fun. So for example, it's about muting, unmuting, indeed, kids allowed, pause allowed, I don't know, it's very practical things that come to your mind, and that indeed, if we follow them, if all of us, we follow these rules, we can shape the right environment. Have you ever used a Jamboard? So two options here, either we write it in the chat, or you can go to this link and let me, nuova condivisione, because I think you can't see my full screen. So sorry, just 1 second so that you see everything. Okay, this is how Jamboard looks like. Yes. If you click on the link I put on the chat, you should be able to come to this board. You go here on the left of the screen and you take like a note, a post. Oh no, sorry, it's this one. You click on it, you write, for example, being on time, and you save it, and it appears in the board, and you can write as many as you like. Or
Yeah, could you pop the link in the chat again? I don't think people
yes,
received it.
sorry. Yeah, I didn't click send it. Okay. I see people coming in. So you take the note here, the sticky dot here, the sticky note here, you click on it, and you can start adding. You can choose different colors, or you simply use the yellow one. Is it working for you?
Yeah, it's loading now. It took a little while to load.
Okay. Can you write on it or not? Let me see. Yes, but it's not working with the editor. I think I gave, wait, I share a new. You can only visualize. Sorry, let's try again. How do I? Sorry, my fault then. Should be open now. Sorry. Can you access with this link now, the new one I'm sharing on the chat? Let's see. Still. Hi. Va bene, sorry. So let's move to the chat. I don't know what I did. I changed the setting then. Può aprire. Ah, yes, sorry. Now it should work. Editor. Accesso aggiornato. Let's see. Last try, and then we move to the chat, sorry. Indeed. Yes, I see. Sorry. Yes. Okay, lots of things coming in. Thank you very much. Okay. Can you all see the screen, right? And I see indeed 27 more. So we are all here. So feel free. Let's give us 1 more minute, 2 more minutes. Mm-hmm. 1 more minute. Mhm. Okay, so I think there are some rules that are more kind of practical, technical. So about indeed, for example, the mic, also about the fact of being on time, starting on time and also ending on time. So being respectful of the time each of us is dedicating to the program. Then there is there are some rules about let's say the attitude, I would say. So about being polite, gently, cooperative, about being honest, active, open and vulnerable. Therefore, being able to share, to feel free to share anything we have in mind. Indeed, being respectful and open-minded all the time, no judgment. And then it's also about the listening attitude. So to listen to the others, to be supportive, indeed, and also to when it comes to listening, speaking, so really to not overlap each other, to wait for our turns to speak, and indeed could be useful, for example, if we kind of give out indications on the way we want to proceed in order to let everybody express herself. And then it's also about in between sessions, so do the homework given by the mentor, or follow the suggestions, let's say, and indeed also advance on the tools that will be introduced during the training, the coaching, and the mentoring sessions. So again, making the most out of it. I would say that this board is here. So if you want to continue, and maybe what I would ask, so going back to the chat, is if this is, if there is anything in the board that sounds weird to you, or you do not agree with it, with this, and if not, indeed, again, I'll compile them. I'll try to organize all your inputs, and again, we keep it as our code of conduct, our agreement, for the weeks to come. So we have this as a reminder on the way we want to approach the program, the training, the coaching sessions, but also the mentoring sessions, and also how do we, and so in order to really feel like home. Okay, everything disappeared. Let me do one thing. What's happening? Ah, la, la. Okay, so now it's time for us to start getting to know each other, to speak. I spoke a lot, sorry. I will shut up from now on, I promise. Kind of, I'll try. And we are going to have the so-called speed dating moment in groups. So how does it work? We'll split in 4 breakout rooms, 4 parallel sessions for 3 times. Each round lasts 10 minutes, no more than this. And every time we have a leading question that will be posted in the chat of all the groups, so we have it in mind. But if you want, you can also take a picture just in case. During the first round, the question is about the moment I realized I was an entrepreneur. Groups will count 6, 7 people. So consider 1 minute, 1.5 minutes for each of you to share. And the suggestion is that you go around in alphabetical order, so we don't lose time in choosing who starts, who goes next. The second round, the question leading the conversation during the second round, it's about challenges and opportunities. What is one main challenge and one main opportunity of being a female entrepreneur? And here the suggestion for the groups is that the youngest starts. During the third round, we are going to talk the change I want to see in the world and what's my contribution to it as an entrepreneur. So David is going to now send us to the breakout rooms, knowing that after 10 minutes, we'll be moved to another room and we'll discuss the second topic. So be short, this is the very first moment we start to speak to each other, to get to know a little bit about each other. And then as of next week, basically, we'll have really time to get more deeper in our businesses, in who we are, and so on and so forth. So take this as really a speed date, 30 seconds, 60 seconds to tell about you around the moment you realize you are an entrepreneur, challenges and opportunities, and the change you want to see in the world. David, can you send us to the breakout rooms? And just one thing for the mentors, this is really a moment for the entrepreneurs. So for us, it's more like observers, and if, of course, there is time, happy to also hear about you, but really it's about the entrepreneurs. Okay. David?
Yes, I'm assigning.
Perfect. Okay, the second question, it's about challenges and opportunities. One challenge and one opportunity of being a woman entrepreneur. And okay, let's be conscious about time. So really, maybe what we can do, what I suggest is this, that we focus on this one. So we have now this session, this round, and we stay maybe a bit longer, 12 minutes, okay? And we just do this second round. So we stay with this group and we speak about challenges, opportunities, and if you manage also the way you would like to contribute to, you see your contribution to the world. So David, can you send back again to another breakout room? So we'll be with other people, most likely.
Thank you, Chiara. So the same group or a different group need to be assigned? Same group remain.
Okay, so let's do with the same group. So yes, also because not everybody managed to speak. Okay, good. And so we stay 10, so it 22 past 12, we come back.
12.
Okay,
All right, 12 minutes.
10 minutes.
All right. 10 minutes, all right.
How many of you were stopped in the middle of the sentence? I know, I'm sorry, but this is a bit also these are the rules of these settings. And as we also agreed before that we want to be on time, starting and ending also on time, we have the last 8 minutes of today's first meeting session. And it was very short, I know, but maybe at least the first opportunity to start seeing our faces, listening to the voices of the other entrepreneurs, start understanding a bit about their businesses, about their attitudes, and you know, it's like a teaser of what will come up in the coming weeks. So as per program, let me share again my screen quickly to share the next steps, concrete 3 next steps. It moved, sorry. Okay, this is kind of a recap of what happened earlier today. Sorry. A lot of questions about who we are, how the group looks like, a nice picture, short overview about BIC Africa and this year acceleration program. Indeed, some characteristics of the group, where we are based, which sectors are we active in, and the SDGs we are addressing. We listen to the stories and the story and the advices of Saredo. Thank you very much again. We share the dreams and dragons for this program, and also we set the rules of the game. Let's say we prepared this the space for the coming weeks. We had the chance to start speaking, want to talk and exchange during the speed dating, and indeed in terms of next steps, connect. We are going to create a WhatsApp group, basically where we are going to share very practical information, like reminders of the sessions, the group sessions, of course, and if anything major. But I mean, it's a very practical. As we were telling you, we are going to share materials, so recordings, presentations, eventually resources, tools in this platform that is hosted by the Young Entrepreneurs Community wider platform. So you will get a link and also a short video explaining how to register and how to use it. It's very simple and easy to use. And the platform will also give us opportunity to have like a forum. So if you want to exchange information, if you are aware about relevant initiatives, opportunities, or if you want to update the group about what you are doing, some important milestones, that's the right place where to share this information. And then we also have a LinkedIn group where all the women that have participated in the BIC Africa programs get connected. Again, we'll send you all the links. I will introduce you the mentors by email in the coming days. By the end of this week, you will have all the connections established. What I would kindly ask you is to organize the first meeting as soon as possible and to let me know a little bit about the plans you have for the coming weeks. Last but not least, I'm going to share with you a very short survey. So to take also a picture of, let's say, where you are now at time 0 of the acceleration program. And let's see if something changes and how it changes towards the end of the program, so in September. Unless you have any specific question or comment Okay, I see that Dawit shared indeed all the links, the WhatsApp group, the community platform, and the LinkedIn group. So you can already start connecting. So step one can be taken already. Well, my last slide, it's about seeing you next week. We'll start with the first training session that will focus on SDGs and mission-driven businesses. Again, thank you very much for your time and also for your participation in today's session. Thanks also to the mentors. We won't see each other all the times, but at least it was a very good opportunity for seeing different faces and also start again also for you to get to know the group. Thanks also to the mentors.